Yo, what's good, everybody, man? It's your guy, Nick Frazier, and your boy, Marcus Fitzpatrick, man. We back around the water cooler. How you feeling, man?
Let's get it. Let's go.
Tonight, as you saw from the thumbnail, we talking Auburn secondary. How good will Auburn secondary be in 2025? We'll talk about it right after the intro. Let's go.
You are now tuned in to Water Cooler Talks, covering everything you love about college football, especially everything going down in the SEC Conference. So, if you love college football, you need to lock in. And now, your hosts, Nick Frazier and Marcus Fitzpatrick.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back around the water cooler. And as you know, man, we are here. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us here around the water cooler every day. Man, we thank y'all again as much as possible, man. Without y'all, we can't do it. We can't do it without y'all. As always, follow us on Facebook and on Facebook at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. I don't know how long do we have left with TikTok? I don't know.
I can do this every so never get this right. Yep.
How long do we have left with TikTok? I don't know. But however much longer we have left with TikTok, follow us there at the Water Cooler Talk as well. On Twitter, man, follow us at CoolersPod23 on Twitter. And of course, subscribe, like, and share, and hit the notification bell button here on YouTube so you know when we post more videos and go live, man. We appreciate y'all so much again for rocking with us here around the water cooler, man. As always, every day, Monday through Friday, we are here 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Tonight, 7:30. Some days we may push it back to 7:30, but we will be here every day. We appreciate y'all so much, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat with us, man. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us, man. Mr. ODR 100, man. War Eagle. He said we coming. That's what he said. He said we coming.
Indeed.
Here's what he said. Auburn dad, what's going on, my guy, man? War Eagle. He's saying the secondary. He's saying it's officially a no-fly zone. That's what he said. That's a no-fly zone.
Hey, I believe that right there.
Shout out to Bubba, man. What's going on, Bubba? Hope everything good. Auburn dad. Yeah, let's go. We ready, baby. We ready. Chris Causey. What's
Chris in the building.
Chris. Oh my God, Chris Causey, man. We appreciate you so much, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up to everybody? Everybody saying what's up to everybody that's in the chat right now, man. We appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us, man. Yes. King Richard. What's up, man?
King Richard.
Going on, my guy? I hope everything's going good. War Eagle to you, my guy, man. Marcus, how you feeling today, man?
Man, let's get it. Oh,
not
man.
saying those words, but shout out to our guy, Sharpshooter, Beach Heart.
What's up,
man? Shout out to him, though, man. Had a good show last night. I think it was him, Piano Man, Coach Sean, and Tez, of course, were all on the show last night, man. Shout out to them, man. They had a great show going on last night over on the Sharpshooters podcast. Shout out to those guys, man. Marcus, how you feeling tonight, man?
Let's get it. Let's go, man. You know my slogan.
You know, if you ready to go, I'm ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. You know what comes first. Let's go ahead and let's head to the first half. Let's go.
This is the first half.
All right, man. We in the first half right now, man. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us here around the water cooler, man. Let's go ahead and let's get into it, man. As you saw from the thumbnail earlier today, he said it's still beef. It's still beef, man. He said it's still beef.
You know what it is, man. Man.
As you all saw, that's not guy. You right. That's not guy. As you all saw from the thumbnail today, man.
Be home soon. Be sharp. Be home soon.
Locked down. Let's talk about this, man. Let's talk about this. Auburn secondary, man. This might be one of the strengths of the defense coming up this season, man. But I want to ask the question: how good will Auburn secondary be in 2025? Your thoughts, Marcus. Go ahead.
I think they're going to be the strength of the team, man.
Oh, not one of them. You think they're going to be the strength of the team?
I think they're going to be the strength of the team, man. I like you said, one of the strengths of the team. I go back, hold my horses a little bit, but I think one of the strengths is going to be the secondary. I think we're going to lead the SEC this year in takeaways. I think we can be that good.
Okay.
We got a lot of young talent coming back who had a lot of playing experience last year. Uh, I really want to see how we lock up because I really think Crawford has earned a starting spot. But how do we lock up that other side? Who are we gonna throw in on the other? And you keep bringing up this young man's name that you're very high on, and I
Very
think
unstructured.
yeah, I think he will be that guy. So I think our defense gonna be locked up next year.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right.
All right.
All right, man, ladies and gentlemen, just so you can see, man, here's a graphic of what we have returning, projected what we have returning so
Mm,
far for the secondary room right here. This is gonna be a mix of scholarship guys, and some walk-on guys, as well as who is incoming in the freshman class and the transfer, who we got in the transfer portal. So you see that we got Jay Crawford coming back, man, who will be a sophomore this year, true sophomore. Ken Lee, who will be a true junior. Terrence Love. Terrence Love, who will be a junior as well. And the guy that Jay Crawford stepped up for, who got hurt, Tyler Scott. He'll be a redshirt sophomore this year. So it'll be interesting to see what he does and how he's incorporated back into this lineup as well. Because like I said, we deep. We deep, man. This is this
very.
this is deep, bro. This is probably the deepest room on the defense. But I don't well, it depends on how people view the defensive line. If you view the defensive line as a whole, including nose tackle, defensive tackle, and edge, then that would be the deepest room. But secondary wise,
That's why I
secondary,
had to pull back on what I said earlier. I was like, all right, yeah, one of the
that's what I'm saying. So
yeah.
I mean, you look at
I
that,
ain't
then
want,
of
I ain't
course,
want to jump the gun.
yeah, but then of course you see we have Caleb Harris, who will be in that mix as well. Who had a very good freshman year. Who I think should have been on one of the all SEC teams, and not just um a freshman, all SEC freshman. He should have been part of the all SEC team as well. Then you look at Sylvester Smith, who will be back as well. And then of course everybody talks about JC Hart, man, the fastest man on the team, 4.3 speed, 4.3, 4.2. I want to say one of those two, fastest man on the team, man. But because you have so many people ahead of him who have played and who have a little bit more experience, man, how are you going to get this guy on the field? How are we going to get this man on the field to play, man? How are we going to get him on the field to show his talent, to show what he can do on the football field when given a chance? And of course,
I didn't count. Maybe he got to show I didn't count.
exactly. But I'm telling you, it's a lot of guys. And then of course, you're looking at Champ Anthony.
I think that's
He'll
the
be a
guy,
senior.
man.
He'll be a senior this year. He'll be coming back off injury, so we'll be seeing exactly how he performs, how he progress with the injury, and see where he stands as well in this secondary room, man. Everybody else on this list,
If
Kensley
healthy,
Lewis,
if healthy, I think he could be the guy.
yeah, he could be good. Yeah, I know he showed
Before he
flashes.
got hurt last year, he was showing flashes.
Yeah, definitely. Kinsley Lure Falstein, he'll be back as well. Antoine Fagans, the brother of Anquan Fagans, he'll be there as well, man. So I mean, we have a lot of guys that we got that will be in. Excuse me, that will be able to compete for a spot. Not to mention the guys that are incoming over here. You see Anquan Fagans, Eric Winters, Donovan Starr, Devin Williams, Blake Woodby, Tay Seymour, who transferred from Georgia Tech, and then of course my guy Rayon Strider, who transferred in from Miami of Ohio, man. So this room right here potentially could be the strength of the defense. If not the strength, definitely top two. Because I mean, you only got the defensive line, the linebacker core, and then of course the secondary room. But I mean, I tell you this, man, I am excited to see what Rayon Strider does on that opposite side at corner. I'm telling y'all, man, he will be one of the starting corners on this team next year. Cannot keep that man off the field, man. Cannot keep him off the field. Man. He's too talented, big guy, big physical guy. He will come up and hit you. He will attack the ball. This is going to be one of the guys that you are going to like at Auburn. Going to
So
like.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Who would you say right now, out of this list, would be a liability? You put them on.
Liability.
If you put them on an island by themselves, who would you be more worried about in this?
I mean, this is the thing. I mean, if you're looking at who guys that's gonna probably play corner, you're probably looking at Woodby incoming. You're probably looking at Woodby. You're looking at Jay Crawford. You're looking at a Canley. Then of course you're looking at Strider. Liability, a Tyler Scott, of course. Who would be there? I mean, in my personal opinion, who would be a I don't know. I don't know if there is a liability. I think we put a lot of I think Can Lee had struggles last year, but I think a lot of that probably had to do with, and I'm speculating here that he was battling some sort of injury, like a hamstring injury all season, maybe hamstring groin injury. So he wasn't 100% for majority of the season, probably like from week 3 on, he probably wasn't the 100% where he needed to be at. But I mean, I don't know if you can say there is a liability. I don't know if you can. What do you think? Who is a liability if you had to pick?
My biggest liability after watching last year, I think, even though he got speed, man, I want to say JC Hart, bro. Him in one-on-one coverage, he has recovery speed, but you know, I think he gives a lot of separation for me right now. But I think it's because he's young. Last year, I'm gonna put it because he was young, but like his breakdowns, he gave a lot of separation.
Okay. I mean, I'm looking at the guys like that. I mean, okay, I see where you're coming from with that. I can understand where you're coming from. But I mean, yeah, you can attribute it to him being young, attribute it to him, trying to understand the defense coming in as a true freshman. Excuse me, not true freshman, but a redshirt freshman last year, actually getting some run, a little bit of run, getting a little bit of playing time. You can attribute it to that.
The game speed be a little different sometimes. You know
I mean,
yeah,
I agree with what you're saying there, more than likely. But this is the thing though, man. I'm telling you, I won't sit here and say that there is a liability. I think everybody does things differently. I think I've always said this. I always felt that if you move Can Lee, I think that they should consider this, moving Can Lee to that safety position like they did Jalen Simpson, and that probably would make a world of change. Moving either Caleb Harris or Champ Anthony down to the nickelback position, and whichever one you don't move down, you move them to the strong position. I think that's something that you could possibly take a look at and see if that would help Can Lee a little bit. I mean, he won't have a primary assignment of guarding either the other team's best wide receiver or their second best wide receiver, but he'll have the assignment of being help over the top, which gives him free reign almost to kind of just play the ball more, play the ball a little bit more, and not having to be able to run stride for stride, to be in the wide receiver's hip pocket, to not have to worry about trying to turn his head around and look for the ball while in coverage, running down the sideline with a guy. Just have his face, he'll have his face towards the line so he can see exactly what's coming his way, and he'll be able to react to the ball. And I think that's something that will possibly help him out in the long run. I got a question for you. If you had to rank this, I think Auburn in the first, I think Auburn was like +5 in the first 5 weeks of the season last year in turnovers. Something like that. Auburn was really good in turnovers like the first couple of weeks of the season. If you had to pick, where do you see Auburn being in the you said you think Auburn to be first in takeaways this year? Is that what you said earlier?
they have the potential to be first in turnovers this year.
Okay.
The reason why I say that is because I feel like, and this is just personal opinion, and y'all can say if I'm wrong or not in the chat. I think if you have a strong edge and you have a lot of depth at edge, meaning you can get penetration on the quarterback, meaning you can force turnovers if you have DBs that can step up and cover ground in man coverage, or smart enough to know when to take chances in the zone to bait quarterbacks' decision. But the interior does play a lot of toll in that. But I think our interior defense line is good enough to spring our edge rushers in one-on-one blocking as well. But hopefully I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong.
So you're saying that you think that the defensive line will probably be the reason our secondary looks is probably tops of the conference next year. Okay, when you say tops of the conference, what are you saying? Number 1, number 2, top 3, top 5? What are you saying?
In takeaways, I think we can be number one because I think we have a lot of depth, like you said earlier, at edge, and we have a lot of go getters at edge. You had a whole segment on one earlier this week, and it was your fault. So it's just like we got people who can go get the quarterback, and that should force a lot of turnovers in itself by a quarterback. By a quarterback being hurried and forcing into bad decisions. We have DBs sitting out lurking.
Okay. All right. So you think, so I just want to make sure I'm understanding what you're saying correctly. So you're saying that the secondary will be benefited by the defensive line?
Edge rush, yes.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure I read that correctly. So you basically saying that the defensive line edge rushing, the pass rush will be so good that the secondary will benefit from bad quarterback play from opposing teams?
Exactly. If you rush the quarterback, if you pressure the quarterback, it contributes in dumb plays anyway.
But what if the secondary is good at coverage and it gives the line enough time to get to the quarterback?
Of course, that also plays a factor in it. But I'm saying with the strong edge rush, like you spoke to earlier, and DBs that can hold up in coverage, get a lot of takeaways.
Okay. I hear you, man. So I ask you this question. Which player are you most excited about seeing this year, this coming up season, out of this room?
I have 2, bro, and it's kind of crazy. Like, I really want to see Jay Crawford. I'm just saying. Like you said, excited about.
Okay.
Right? Okay. I'm just saying that the question you asked me, right? I'm excited about Jay Crawford.
Who you excited about seeing this coming season?
Jay Crawford taking that next step, bro, and also Caleb Harris. The 2 people I'm excited about. They showed a lot of good flashes last year, and I want to see them come in next season and take that next step because those guys are young enough to be able to solidify our defense for the next year and probably 2 years to come if they choose to stay.
Okay, cool. Everybody knows how I feel about Ryan Strider.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I think that guy. I'm 97.675% sure that this guy is going to be the starting corner for this defense in 2025. I'm telling you, it's going to be amazing to see. I'm excited about that. The other person that I'm excited about actually seeing is Anquan Fagans. I'm actually excited to see how Anquan Fagans is incorporated into this defense as a true freshman because there will be playing time for him in this defense.
How much?
But specifically because he does play the safety position. And at that position, you have, as of right now, you have Sylvester Smith, you have Champ Anthony, and you have who are returning. And then of course down at the bottom, and I see you see Jarquez Robinson, who's there as well. Who will be there back on the team. He'll be a senior this year. But I'm interested to see how they incorporate Anquan Fagans into this and actually get to see a true freshman back there in this defense. I honestly believe that Anquan Fagans can have the same impact. Let's not say same. I think he can have somewhat of an impact that KJ Bolden had this year for Georgia. I believe that. I believe he can come in as a true freshman and get real significant playing time and be very effective. I believe that. I'm saying, like, you saw this guy play in the Mississippi Alabama game and all over the field, all over the field. Saw this man play in high school, all over the field, man. Straight baller. Will go hit you and we'll go get the football. I believe he can have that KJ Bolden-esque impact for Auburn this year. So I'm excited to see him. Those are my two guys that I'm excited to see this year.
How many snaps you think he get, Nick?
How many snaps do I think he get?
Yep. How many downs you think he get as young?
That's hard. That's hard to predict. But I think if I had to say, if I had to say in a game, I think he'll probably play. On a defense, you probably see what average defenses probably get what 70, 72 snaps a game, maybe. Because the opposing offense probably gets that. I would probably say he'll probably if per game on average. I can see him getting 20 to 30.
Do you think he get redshirted?
No, see that's a tough one. That's a tough one because it depends on the Champ Anthony situation. If Champ Anthony is not
I can see you
healed all the way, I think you may see him maybe get a medical red shirt, maybe. And if that's the case, then I think you see Anquan Fagans a lot more because for the position that he plays, you need somebody there. So I'm interested to see how that works out, and we still got a ways to go before we know exactly how the Champ Anthony situation plays out. We still have 6-7 months left before the season starts. But I'm excited to see what Anquan Fagans does, and I think he can have that KJ Bolden-esque type impact on this team that KJ Bolden had for Georgia this past season. Shout out to the chat, man. Chat, hope y'all are doing well, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Let's take a look at some of the comments, man. King Richard said it should be one of the best in the nation. I agree. Auburn Dad said it's a no-fly zone. That's what he said. He said it's a no-fly zone, man. So I agree with that right there, man. Bubba said it looks really good on paper. We've been bad at creating turnovers, though. Losing Jaren Thompson hurts. We need Sylvester Smith to take a step. We need Strider to pan out because experience corner depth is I don't know if that's is not there. I get what he's saying. That's why I think Rayon Strider, I think he has 2 or 3 years of eligibility left. And I'm telling you, Rayon Strider is the guy. He's the guy, man. He's the guy. He's going to pan out. I believe it wholeheartedly. King Rich said, kind of crazy to think that some people thought that the secondary was going to be the weakest link last season. I understand where people was coming from when they were saying that it possibly could have been the weakest link last season because you had so much experience at linebacker this past season, 2024, and you had somewhat of more experience coming back at the defensive line position across the defensive line. So I understand why they say it would have been the weakest because you just didn't know what you was coming back because the season before you lost a lot of guys. So it is what it is. But I think now that you got a lot of young guys that got playing time this past season, we'll see that with that experience, how that translates into season 2. Will they have sophomore slumps? I hope not. Will they be more will they be more efficient? Will they know how to turn their head around when they're in coverage to locate the ball? So it's a lot of things that we'll see this year that I think should tell us how good this defense is going to be. I'm interested to see who ends up at field corner. I guess Strata, but he was a boundary guy in Miami, and Jay Crawford is a boundary guy. Can struggle that field, so it's my make. That's what I'm saying. I feel that if, and I think most of those struggles for Ken Lee happened last year because of injury. Please let me say that because fully healthy, Ken Lee is that dude. Fully healthy, he's that guy. But this is the thing. I think he struggled with injury last year for majority of the season, and that hampered him a lot. But I still think him moving to one of those safety positions and getting a little bit more depth there, because if you move him to that safety position, now you open up the door for JC Hart to potentially come in and get some playing time. Now you open up the door for Blake Woodby, who a lot of people are very high on, which I'm one of those guys, to come in and actually get some PT as well. So this is actually one of those moves that can help the team and potentially help his stock at the next level too. So I hopefully he considers it. Maybe he doesn't. Who knows? Also, so far the biggest liability at corner is Kinsley and JC Hart. They had a tough time last year in one-on-ones. Very true. Agree with you there. Auburn dad said, not sure Lee will be willing to make that move, Nick. I don't know if he will or not, but I think, and this is just me looking at it from a 300-foot view. I just think for his career, moving to that safety position would probably be the better choice. And for the team, it may be better for the team in the long run as well. That's just what I see. I just see him in that Simp role, in that Jalen Simpson role. It'll be interesting to see what happens there. Sham God, what's up, Sham? What's up, man? Normally he be sleep, man. It's all good, man. We appreciate you though, man. We appreciate you. Let's see. Shout out to Tez, War Eagle, man. War Eagle, Tez, man. Go ahead.
I just said War Eagle Tez.
War Eagle Tez. Bubba said at Auburn Day for life. I'm not sure he would be. I mean, I feel where y'all coming from. Looking at the NFL safety value has plummeted over the last decade. The pay gap between safeties and corners is big. Average draft position as well. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you looking at it from that position.
True.
I see where y'all coming from. When looking at the business side of it, I agree wholeheartedly. But you know, the money is there, man. So the money is a factor when it gets to the next level as well, too. But I think he projects better at the safety position than he does at the corner, in my personal opinion. Shout out to my guy Fresh Bowl, man. Fresh Bowl, what's up, man? He said, field corner, you gotta really play the sidelines. Very true. But you got to understand, though, when you play in the field corner, man, you playing any one of those corner positions, you got to understand how to use the sideline as a defender as well. Because technically, it is the 12th defender, 12th and 13th defender on the field, because you got two on each side. So if you play that pretty well, you're able to, if you can play that pretty well, you can almost kind of shut down a receiver depending on how good and how you can understand and think the game through. So it is a lot of ways that you can do it. Ted's come back to me. I think this room Steve in the spring quarter, JC Hart, Faustin, maybe. Hey, it's a possibility, man. But you just saw CJ Johnson withdraw from the portal, and he's now back at Auburn. So I see where you coming from with that. We're saying that this room could be the one that lose a lot of people, but are there teams out there willing to give them a look? For real. I mean, I understand you want to get some. Unless you are willing to take a step down to a G5 school, are there any other P4 teams out there that are wanting to go out and get those kind of guys in the spring portal? I mean, yeah, it's a possibility. It is, but we just saw CJ Johnson, who just withdrew from the portal, come back as well. Martin, what's up, Martin? Martin in the chat. Let's see. I hope both the freshman safeties start. Talking about Eric Winters and Anquan Fagans. Hey, I don't think they would start, but I definitely think that they would definitely get some playing time, bro. I definitely think they get playing time.
I think both get red shirt, but I do think they're gonna see the field.
No, I don't think that. I think if you had to pick between the two, just like right here, no shot Winters takes Caleb's spot. Maybe one ends up playing nickel. If I had to pick who gets red shirted, I would probably say that Winters will probably get the red shirt. But I just got a feeling that Anquan Fagans, like just watching this guy play in high school, watching his tape, watching him at the Mississippi All-Star game, just watching this guy play, I got a feeling that Anquan Fagans is gonna be in this rotation some kind of way. So what?
He a stud.
And he that deal, bro. He that deal. The only reason why I didn't put him as one of my when I did the show about who my three guys that I thought could come in and make an instant impact out of this 2025 class. Only reason why I did not put him in that is because I had already looked at his depth, the depth chart, not the depth, but the depth that the secondary room had. And I think that he could come in and make an impact, but it wouldn't have been as impactful as the other 3 guys that I picked at the positions. I picked 2 D linemen and a linebacker. And we're gonna talk about one of those linebackers tonight because I'm telling you, it's gonna be amazing. Left out loud, that's right. Harris isn't going anywhere. Caleb Harris here to state, man. I'm excited. Everybody should be excited about that guy. JC is another guy I moved to safety. He has really bad hips. That's the reason I've never really been into those freakish corner profiles from high school. No taller than 6'1" for me personally. What? You don't like tall corners? Man, I love big corners. If the bigger the corner, the better. Well, I ain't gonna say the bigger. I say probably like 6'2" is my height, is where I'm at. 6'2" is for a 6'2" corner for me. That's where I'm at. That's where I would be. I like those big corners, man. Big physical corners, bro. I like them.
I agree with Bubba Tate, but for a different reason. I like JC's speed to be able to cover from sideline to sideline. If he put him back at safety, he can break on the ball from a different viewpoint. Being a corner, you know what I'm saying, you directly up on your guy, so you got to make sure. But safety, you're able to roam around and play the ball freely. And with his speed, he can cover the sideline to sideline different.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. If you play in that safety position, man, your head is not turned around. You looking in the backfield, you looking at the quarterback, and you don't have to run with your back to the ball. That's the best part about it. You can see everything. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. Straight JC got it. Straight line. He's talking about straight line speed. JC got it. Just doesn't have the lateral ability. Hey. Bubba be watching these guys, man. He be watching them.
Yeah, Bub, be on it.
Shout out to Bub, man. Hey, man. That's the end of the first half, man. How you feeling, Marcus? How you feeling?
Hey, man, I'm happy to be here, bro. This is Wednesday. We around the water cooler, baby.
That's what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what it is. Let's go ahead. Let's head into halftime. Let's go.
You don't out your seats. It's halftime.
All right, man. We in halftime right now, ladies and gentlemen, man. We appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us around the water cooler, man. Marcus, what we do at this point in time. Let's go.
Bubba, cover your ears because it's time to roll the footage.
Do you want to feel like a star? Then go to Hollywood Media, and you'll be shining. From sports interviews, athletic highlight tapes, athletic photography, Hollywood Media will make you the star of all stars. Feel like a star on the most important days of your life, from a college graduation to saying I do to your forever person. Let Hollywood Media make your event star-studded. Subscribe and follow on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Hollywood_media. And follow on Facebook at Hollywood Media with 2 A's. Hollywood.
Yes, sir. Shout out to our guy DJ, man. Thank you, supporter of the Water Cooler Talk podcast, man. Make sure you follow him on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Hollywood_media. That's Hollywood EY. And then make sure you follow him on Facebook at Hollywood Media with 2 A's, man. You want your best days to be recorded, and you want it to be star-studded. You want your memories to last forever. Shout out to our guy DJ, man. We appreciate him so much. Be one supporter of the Water Cooler podcast, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to him, man. Let's get to it, man. Let's see what it said. I'm pretty sure this is a Bubba comment. I knew it was a Bubba comment. That's oh, wait. This is Bubba. I'm sorry, Robert. No, this gives me PTSD. It's all right, Bubba. It's okay. Robert Smith said, I'm white, LOL, and I might use some of these services. What, Robert? What they got to do with everybody want to get their picture takens, man? Everybody need their pictures taken.
I'm confused on that one, Robert.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Hollywood is Hollywood, baby.
You know what I'm saying, man? Everybody want their pictures taken. Everybody want their memories to last forever. You know what I'm saying? It's cool, man. It's all right. We all feel you, my guy. I'm gonna put it back up here just so you can see it, just so you can get it for a little bit. There it is, right there. That's what you need, Robert. You need that information? There you go.
Hollywood. Come on down, Robert.
There you go. Right there, my guy. It's all good, man. But let's see what it is. Let's see. C Hall in here, man. War Eagle, man. Up here. Had to get dinner. It's all right, man. You got to nourish the body. You got to nourish the body, man. We
Man,
appreciate
just
you.
I'm hungry too.
We appreciate you so
Got my
much.
work. I was just saying me a plate.
It is what it is. We appreciate you so much, C Hall, man, for giving us some of your time tonight, man. One of the supporters of the Water Cooler Talk My podcast, man. We appreciate you, man. Bob said, "What does that even mean?" It's all good, bro. It's good. We having a good time. All right, man. Before we go into the second half, Marcus, man, national championship game. It's coming up on Monday. And I want to get quickly Ohio State versus Notre Dame. Who you got winning?
Told you in the beginning of the season, Nick. If Ryan Day don't win it, no. Ship them up and send them back.
So you think okay? So if Ryan Day don't win, you think it's over with for Ryan Day?
At this
Like,
point,
okay, like your real, you really think if he does not win, you think Ryan Day gone?
in my opinion, he should be.
Hey,
But will he? I don't know. I think he finally got them to the promised land, and they might keep it a little bit longer.
okay, all right, I hear what you're saying. So you got Ohio State winning, or you just saying
I got Ohio State winning.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I got Ohio State winning, man. I put it up yesterday on Sharpshooters podcast, man. I got Ohio State winning 38-23 in this game.
Yeah, they put up too much. They paid too much money for their roster, man, to play around like this.
I think it may be a close game early, but I think Ohio State's offense end up. I think Will Howard and the offense end up putting it into third gear and just taking off towards the end of the game. I just see it happening, possibly. So
Chip Kelly was what he needed to get over the top.
You think so?
Hey man, you see what they're doing?
Hey,
almost 2,000-yard rushers.
Yeah.
A receiver that didn't accumulated the same amount of yards as Ohio State great in 1 year that he did his whole entire time at Ohio State. Chip calling it, bro.
We'll see, man. Does Champ come back the same after that injury?
But I hope so. I really hope so because that's if he does that, it's gonna be a problem, bro.
Yeah, I hope he does. I hope he does too, bro. Because man, like that Arkansas game was the game he got hurt in, and I don't know if y'all noticed, but before he got injured, man, he put a nice lick on one of the receivers, man. And
he was playing in that Arkansas game before he got hurt.
He was balling, bro. He was balling. Like, he was legit.
That playing in the game before he got hurt, bro. That was sad.
Man, and it's always good, man. Yeah, he is good. He's good, Robert. Yeah, I'm hoping he's able to overcome that injury.
Wow.
Shout out to Jay Flowers. He said, "Yo, I'm late. Happy hour was crazy." Man, it's all right. Shout out to Jay Flowers, man. I got Jay Flowers.
On Wednesday.
He turned going up, not on Tuesday, on Wednesday.
Y'all having all this fun cooking and drinking, and I had to go to work today.
It is what it is, bro. All right, man. That's the end of halftime, ladies and gentlemen. Man, y'all know what it is. Let's go ahead. Let's head to the second half. Let's go.
You're now entering the second half.
All right, man. We in the second half right now, ladies and gentlemen, and we appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us here around the water cooler on the Water Cooler Talk podcast. As always, follow us on Facebook at the Water Cooler Talk podcast. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. I don't know how much longer TikTok has, but we'll be there until it ends. Or hopefully it gets extended. But we'll be there follow us there at the Water Cooler Talk. Follow us on Twitter. Trying to get our engagement up on Twitter, man. Trying to get our followers and our engagement up on Twitter. Please. If you have a Twitter or they call it X, follow us at CoolersPod23 there. And of course, here on YouTube, subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell so you know when we post more videos and go live. We're here every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Wednesdays, we're here at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern on Wednesdays. So, man, we appreciate y'all so much for giving us your time and coming around and chilling with us around the water cooler and chatting with us in the chat. A lot of things are gonna be coming up on the show, and we want y'all to be participants of it, man. So appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us, man. And it's gonna be lit, man. Just keep rocking with us, man. We want to keep bringing you great quality content, and we're gonna keep taking this thing to the next level. And when we make it there, we will always make sure that y'all are part of it. Always. And we appreciate y'all for that.
We're gonna party and see how gonna cook.
Yeah, see how gonna cook. That's what he gonna do. That's
what I'm sorry, see how I already hired you out, bro. Get ready. We're gonna throw and Jay get the drink.
We're gonna get Jay to drink, and then we're gonna get Connie. Connie gonna do something. Connie gonna do something. King Richard gonna do something.
I'm gonna say King Richard gotta do something. It's gonna be lit.
Auburn dad gotta be on the grill.
Hey,
Auburn dad gotta be on the grill.
It's gonna be something.
Jonathan Taylor gotta do something. I mean, like, it gotta be something. Bubba
got a DJ.
Bubba got a DJ.
Bubba got a DJ.
Bubba got a DJ. That's what I'm telling you, man. It gotta be something. Gotta be something, bro.
Gotta be lit. It's gonna be
It's gonna be lit, bro. All
right, man. Some young folks say a lituation.
I don't know. I ain't never said that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm old now. I don't know what the slang is no more.
Never said that.
Oh, you know. I said the young folk. You ain't young. You old as me.
I'm not old. That's not old, sir. I'm young. I'm still young, and I've never said that.
In spirit. Okay, in spirit. Okay.
I'm young. What you talking about?
I'm just playing. All right. It's
All right, man. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get into it, man. We talked secondary the first part of the show in the first half. In the second half, we're talking probably the area of the defense that a lot of people have questions about. Let's go ahead and talk about it, man. We're talking linebackers, man. So this is the linebacker room. So far,
thin compared to the last list you put up.
It looked really thin. I mean, you have DeMarcus Riddick, who's coming back. Mm-hmm. He'll be a sophomore this year. You have Robert Woodyard, who is coming back. You have DJ Barber, who will be a redshirt freshman. Then, of course, you have Coleman Granberry, William Greer, McDuffie, and John Martin Richard, who are all walk on as players. But coming in, you have Jacaleb Falk. They know him as JJ, who is Keldrick Falk's brother. Bryce Dees, who is a linebacker who was in this class. Xavier Atkins, who's a transfer from LSU. And my favorite guy, the guy that I think will come in day one and literally be in this rotation in the linebacker core, Elijah Melendez. They call him the Freak, but I changed his name to Captain America because that dude, they gave that man a super serum, and that dude is built like a tank, bro, like a tank. You know what? I'm gonna play the video so y'all can see it, man. So just so y'all can, I showed this video before, but I want to play it again, ladies and gentlemen. This is Elijah Melendez right here, man. 6'2", 225-pound, 4-star linebacker out of Florida. Look at this, man. Look at this. Look at this. This man is Captain America. Woo! Man, these are stats from 2024, man. 72 tackles, 1 sack, 4 interceptions, 1 forced fumble, man. He played all over the field, man. This dude is legit a grown man in high school. Look at these hops. Watch these hops. Look at that. Woo! Athletic, bro. I'm telling you, man. Y'all need to be excited about this guy right here. He plays sideline to sideline. This is going to be very, very exciting to watch at Auburn this year with Elijah Melendez. I'm telling you, that man is going to come in and he's going to take his playing time as a freshman. There's an opportunity. Here's what I'm learning, man. There's an opportunity for a lot of freshmen to come in and play early.
Yeah.
Especially
in this position.
Look, because you lost DJ Barber, you lost Eugene Asante, you lost Austin Keys, you lost Mausi, and you lost Gote. That's 5 guys that you lost. And out of those 5, Austin Keys, Mausi, Asante, and I said Keys, Asante. You understand what I'm saying? But those guys got legit playing time. I don't think Gote really didn't get much run for real this past season.
All right. I also got a lot.
Mausi got a lot.
Sante
Keys,
got a lot. He's
Asante got a lot. And yeah, because Mausi was probably the leading tackler on the team.
team.
But what say you about this room right here, man? It looks a little thin. Do you see anybody potentially? I don't see Auburn losing nobody out of this room. I just see them gaining people. Do you think?
I think they switch our boy Joe.
Yeah, I think Joe. I think Joe probably get a run at linebacker.
Yeah, I think they're gonna switch him over. I need Robert Woodyear to step up and command his locker room right now. His position. I need him to understand that he's big dog. He's one of the most veteran leaders on this team and take control. Really, I need him to take a step. I think we got to put some more pounds on him. I think he's gonna be good. This Elijah Melendez guy, man. I think he gonna see the field a lot. I think he gonna see the field a lot.
Elijah Melendez is that dude, bro. He that guy.
I think Atkins will be a piece that we see barring injury a lot. I think he's gonna get a lot of burn early in the season, but I think by mid-season, Melendez is gonna be settling into that backup linebacker position.
What?
Get ready to be the starter for next. I think the two linebackers are gonna be William and Riddick.
I ask you this question though. Nah, you think William and Riddick gonna be the two linebackers? You don't think Atkins actually gonna be one of the starters?
Not right off. I think
really
not right off. I think he's a piece that you're gonna have to work in. I think Riddick showed that he could take that step next year. I like the flashes from Riddick. And William, I think he knows scheme. So I think it's gonna take Atkinson a time to get acclimated to what Durkin want to do before he gets just the right to start.
Do you think Auburn in the spring portal goes after another linebacker? I think they do.
I think that's
just for depth.
Yeah, I think that's obvious. I think that's something that we gotta do.
I mean, because if you look at the room right now, scholarship, you have Riddick, Woodyard, Barber, Falk, Dees, Atkins, and Melendez. That's 7 guys on scholarship. They would probably want to be closer to 8 or 9 than just 7. Because if you look at it that way, you could probably rotate in 2, 3, 2, 4, maybe 4 to 5 linebackers a game. So that's the reason why I think that if they do that, you probably see Joe Phillips move to the linebacker position, probably get some run there, and they probably go out and get another guy.
I think he will be by spring. I think he will be in this room. For him to see the burn that we all want to see him to see, I think it's best for him to go ahead and go to this room. And
I agree with you though. Go ahead, my bad.
Yeah, second, I think we need him in this room. He's a talent. And you put him being able to wreck the gap, my boy gonna go eat from what he showed me at BT.
Yeah, at BT. Yeah, what he did at BTW, bro. I'm telling you, man. Like you got to just he just got to be put on the field. You just got to put this man on the field. That's it, man. You got to put him on the field. And I understand that talent is not the only thing, but when you that talented, it needs to be on the field.
Even if you're just sending him on a blitz, I just be like, "Hey, go blitz!" Every time you see him on the field, you know what he's finna do.
Exactly. Well, I ain't gonna say all that. I ain't gonna say all that. We can't do that.
We did it in high school. Don't act like we did it before.
Can't do all that. Hey, shout out to Stay on God. Merch T5. Yeah, it's fire, man. It's not one of one no more. I think Marcus got one coming soon.
Oh man, chill out, nigga. I was just gonna pop out on him, man. I'm telling him.
Got one coming soon.
Appreciate it, DC.
I think then we got a couple more coming out, man. We don't know yet, man. We like them. We may. I mean, man, we more than likely we will, man. But we got, like I said, we got a lot of stuff coming down the pipe, man. So just stick with the Water Cooler Talk podcast. We'll keep bringing you quality content and consistency, man. So we appreciate y'all with that, man. Yeah, it looks rough, man. It looks rough. So Bubba said he would like to see 2 linebackers in the spring. I'd like to see 2.
The reason why I wouldn't go 2 just right off, because I don't know. I kind of agree with Bubba, but then I just think that we are so loaded. Getting 2 would just make sure another piece that I want to see hit the field might not see that fit.
But that's the thing, though. You get, like, if that's the case, you can redshirt Caleb Falk, Bryce Dees. You can redshirt them. Let Elijah Melendez.
I think they get redshirted anyway.
Huh?
I think they get redshirted anyway.
Well, if you do that, you're gonna have to go got it. If you do that, if you redshirt those 2 guys, and you got Riddick, Woodyard, Barber, Atkins, and Melendez as your guy, that's 5 linebackers. I mean,
you got Phillips. You got Phillips that you can move over.
But that's the thing. But that's the thing, though. We are speculating that's gonna happen. It's not been set in stone yet. So,
that's true.
So I mean, it's interesting, man. I think, and there's a comment coming up soon that I actually agree with the other guy that said late, but I'm here. Good evening, everyone. Shout out to Craig Baker, man. What's going on, Craig? Hope everything going good with you, my guy. Hope everything well. I'm gonna need to see spring play out before I have any confidence in this room. We right behind you there, Bubba. We right behind
you. Bro.
Yeah, he's right behind you.
We gotta step up and command this room, bro.
Ted said, thinking either Joe Phillips or Eric Winters end up in this room post spring. Eric Winters is very interesting. Eric Winters is a very interesting name because if you can put a little weight on him, you put some weight on him, get him in the weight room and play him closer to the line of scrimmage, I could definitely see Eric Winters in the linebacker room post spring. That's actually interesting. That's actually very interesting to see.
And that benefits Durkin because then you can put him in man coverage on the running back.
Exactly. Because he'll have that skill set to where he can, like you said, he can play coverage and he can come down and hit. So I agree with that. There. Terrence Love. So yeah, Terrence Love, who was in Bubba saying maybe Terrence Love, who was on the previous graphic, he's saying maybe they move him to the linebacker room.
I like Terrence Love, but Terrence Love missed 20 open field.
I actually agree with this. I actually agree with Terrence Love and Eric Winters. I like both of those guys. I really like both of those names. I do. I think it makes sense. It makes all the sense in the world.
I think Terrence Love can go right now, though. Like as is.
It really makes all the sense in the world.
I'm just nervous on his open field tackle.
I mean, when you look at how loaded that secondary room is, what's the easy way for him to get on the field? What is one of the easiest ways for him to get on the field? He can move him to linebacker because look at this room right here.
Hey, he ready to go right now, as is.
Not how Atkins at all, personally. I mean, he only had one season at LSU, if I'm not mistaken. He actually got some real run. So it's not a lot of tape on him for real, that we can actually sit there and be like, oh, okay, we should be excited about. I think him in the room as depth is really amazing because you have another body there who has SEC experience.
You're gonna be a depth. You're gonna see unless somebody,
which is probably the reason why they went for Xavier Atkins out of the portal instead of Phoenix Jackson, the guy, the transfer from Fresno State, for the simple fact that for 2 things. One, Atkins has 3 more years of eligibility remaining, and the fact of the matter that he's played in the SEC, so he knows the rigors and the grind of the SEC compared to what Phoenix Jackson had. He only had 1 year of eligibility remaining. So, and he was coming from, I think it was Fresno State. So it is what it is, man. Craig Baker said transfers skeptical. What you skeptical about? What you skeptical about the transfers for, Craig? Let me know. What you skeptical about? Let us know what you're thinking about that, man. Linebacker room, man.
The thing I want to say is Atkinson. He's like
Atkins.
My bad. It's Atkinson. Atkins. But he's like another piece that if Riddick doesn't take that next step next year, you kind of can throw in and play around with it, hope also pans out. But like you said, I was big on him then I went back and started watching the games that he did play at LSU.
Mm-hmm.
I can see where Bub coming from.
I agree, but I'm gonna tell you again who will get some playing time though. Do you know who it is?
Elijah, bro, he got to touch the field.
Elijah Melendez. Play the video again, ladies and gentlemen.
Man, get out of there.
Elijah Melendez, ladies and gentlemen. He will get some run this year, man. I'm excited about it.
He got to come on the show, bro. He shouted you out 2 times with a video. He got to come on.
He got to, man. Elijah Melendez, man.
He got to come on the show.
Like, I'm telling you, man, this guy is going to play his freshman year, and he's gonna play a lot as well. He's gonna play a lot. Look at this. Look at these hops, bro. Look at these hops. Look at this. Like, come on, bro. Y'all better be, man. Y'all gotta be excited about this guy, man. Y'all gotta be excited about this man.
Do you think he leaves the biggest impact as a freshman, or out of the incoming freshman?
Oh, that's a good. Out of the incoming freshman, does he have the biggest impact?
Yep.
Does he have the biggest impact out of the incoming freshman?
That's my question. What you think? What you think?
I'm thinking.
What y'all think, chat? What y'all think?
If I had to say who would have the biggest impact out of the incoming freshman, are we just talking about that linebacker, or are we talking about all together? Because we're talking all together. I'm talking all together.
Okay. All together.
Jordan Crawford will probably have the biggest impact out of everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Jordan Crawford gonna dominate. Jordan Crawford gonna dominate. I'm telling you, man. This class is, and we ain't even talk about defense line, but you asked the question: who will have? Who will have the biggest impact?
Y'all think that? Chime in. Who y'all think?
Jordan Crawford, man. Jordan Crawford, my guy. Jordan Crawford will have the biggest impact out of everybody, my guy.
Yep. I agree with Bubba list wholeheartedly.
Let's take a look. So
that's my list.
Bubba said, personally, not a huge fan of Portal Project guys. Okay, Portal Project guys. I think he's saying Atkins is a Portal Project guy. Okay, cool.
But I didn't know that at first though. But I didn't know that at first. I thought he was gonna be a good piece to be able to plug in, run plays through him. You know, he had that type of leadership. Then you go back and watch film. Yeah.
Auburn dad said him and Riddick will go off at linebacker. He's talking about Elijah Melendez. Do I need to play the video? I'm not gonna do it again. I ain't gonna do it to y'all. Y'all know how I feel about him, bro. But that is, man.
It might as well be his whole show tonight, nigga.
Right, listen, bro. I like these guys, man. I like them, man. All right, let's see. So you agree with this list as far as impact defensively? He's going Higgins 1, Melendez 2, Crawford 3, Coleman 4. He going Coleman 4. So you going Antonio Coleman 4. Okay. I'm not mad at that list. Man. I'm not mad at it at all. But I would just this is how I would move it around. Though. I keep those same 4 guys. Actually, I'm gonna add a guy. I'm gonna take this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take Coleman off. And this is how I'm gonna rearrange that list because I'm gonna go back to the show. One, I'm gonna go Jared Smith. I think Jared Smith, you're gonna have to get him on the field and he's gonna have to play. 2, I'm going Jordan Crawford. 3, Elijah Melendez. 4, Fagans. Those are my guys. And you can switch them up either way. You can switch them back up either way, but you can rank them how you want to. And I you know what? I'm gonna rewrite that. I'm gonna go Crawford 1, Smith 2, Melendez 3, Fagans 4. That's where I'm going. Man. That's where I'm going. Craig said fault. He said, man, Nick looks for any reason to play those. You right. Hey, man. I take pride in them, man. Especially when I like them. especially when I like those guys, man. I take pride in them. I agree. He agreed with Bubba's list. Craig agrees with Bubba's list. Shout out to Craig.
Hey,
man.
bro. Hey, that's what I said. I wholeheartedly agree with Bubbly for the reasons of Finn. He's gonna have to start immediately. Crawford, I think he's gonna get his shine, but I think what he brings to the table as being a big interior defensive lineman is gonna pop out more on film than on the stat sheet. If you get what I'm saying, him being able to take on multiple blocks, we're gonna see that on film more than his tackles and stats will show it. Melendez, I think him as a freshman, Melendez's stats gonna pop off as a freshman.
I disagree with you on the Crawford one because I believe Crawford probably will play a lot 3-tech, and with him playing 3-tech, he'll have a lot of opportunity to actually get a couple of sacks and some tackles as well. I don't think they may put him at a true nose guard, which he can do, but I think he ends up being a 3-tech guy. Jordan Crawford ends up doing. I think he's quick enough coming off the line. First step is amazing. He's strong at the point of attack. I think that guy potentially would end up being a 3-tech guy, and he would end up having. I think the stats and the film is going to show it. That's what I'm saying. And I've said this. I've said by year 3, Jordan Crawford will be the best defensive player in college football. I've said that.
Woo!
That's not a hot take. It's not a hot take because I said this.
I ain't saying it's a hot take. That's very high praise.
Because I said this because I also said by week 6 he will be either a starter or competing for a starting spot by week 6 of this season.
I think he's competing for a starting spot walking through the door.
I know. I think when you got Blockton, and then of course you went out and got Dallas Walker the 4th, who I'm still very high on. I think Walker probably more of a nose tackle than he would be a 3-tech. I think Crawford is a little more quicker than him. But I tell you this, by week 5, week 6, Jordan Crawford will be competing for a starting spot. I know that for a fact. And by year 3, he's probably the best player in college football. I mean, best defensive player in college football.
I think the way you rotate defensive linemen, especially now, I think he has a great shot walking in. Because we seen, if you remember last year, we seen Blockton a lot early in the season last year. So I think you see the same amount with Crawford next year going in. You're gonna see him a lot early. So he's gonna have a chance to show off his talent.
I feel you on that. Definitely. Jared is an elite of the elite athlete. Yes, he is. But you put a ton of faith into Rock. We talking about Rock Bellantoni with that one. We'll see. I hope you're right. Man, I'm telling you, man. Telling you. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Let's see. He said he disagreed with me on Crawford at the 3. Okay. I don't think he would have fought for Darren Smith if that was the plan for him. If Crawford gets 3-tech reps, it'll be limited. Possibility, man. But when I see Jordan Crawford play, man, I think of Warren Sapp, bro. And that's big praise. Big guy. I think of Warren Sapp, man. Very quick, man. I'm not saying I'm saying he could play the 3-tech and he could potentially solidify that position. You're right about the Darren Smith role, but does Darren Smith play this year right now? Does he play this year right now? I don't know.
That's a good question.
I don't know if Darren Smith comes in and plays this year as a freshman. Will he get a little run? Yeah, but will he get significant playing time? I don't know. That's the question. But I see where you're coming from with that, Bub. I understand. I don't know. Starting spot for Crawford before week 6. He says week 4. Woo. Saying that man a beast. I feel you, man. I feel you on that. Looking at some of the linebackers, because we were talking linebacker room here. Let's look at some of the linebackers Auburn will potentially be getting in this 2026 class. Of course, you got Shadarius Tootle, who's committed to Auburn, four-star guy out of Cottage Hill in Mobile. You got Jermichael Garrett, who's a 4-star guy who's committed to Auburn. From Gulf Shores. Then, of course, you have the the teammates out of Grayson in Georgia, 5-star Tyler Atkinson and Anthony Davis, who's a 4-star who potentially may end up at Auburn soon. So we'll see what happens with that. So I think linebacker is going to be a very big push for Auburn in this 2026 class. So don't get used. Please do not get used to this room looking like this. It will not look like this for long. Trust me, there are reinforcements coming in, and Auburn we will be set at linebacker for years to come. That is correct, Bubba. That is very correct. Auburn will have the best off the ball linebacker class in the country. That is very true. That is very true, man. We appreciate y'all, man. It's the end of the game, man. Marcus, how you feeling?
Man, hey, I'm blessed.
Yeah,
Happy
we all are, man.
Hey, man,
All right,
I'll
man.
see y'all for come kicking with us, man.
All right, let's go ahead and let's head to the post game. We'll see y'all in a minute. Let's go.
It's time to shut down in the post game.
All right, man. We in the post game right now, Marcus. Man, everything is going good. Everything's great. Everything is looking okay. Man, Marcus. We had a couple of comments come up, man. So let's see what it is. Yeah, with the praying hands, we appreciate that. Thank you so much. We take all the prayers. We do, man. Huggy Beard's here, man.
Huggy, he finally showed up. What up, Huggy?
What's up, Huggy, man? Hope everything's good,
In
man.
the building.
Robert Smith said nobody is proven at linebacker but Riddick. Got a point there. That is true. And Bubba, yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. I mean, okay. Would you not say Woodyard?
I was gonna ask you that question. I was gonna say I think Woodyard showed his value last year, and with him being the older person in the locker room right now at that position, he's gonna have to take reins and call the plays next year. I feel like. I think next year Woodyard has to be a vet.
Appreciate that, Huggy, man. We know you are. We know you are. We be seeing the comments.
Yes, sir.
Cool, Huggy. We know, man. We know what's up. It's all good. Robert Smith said, so I would go get 2 vets at the linebacker portal. Yeah. I mean, or like we mentioned earlier, you probably see an Eric Winters move down to the linebacker room. You probably see, I think that's what
I go get one vet and I move a guy over.
Yeah, you probably move Winters into that room. You can probably take Terrence secondary room there. We'll probably move Joe Phillips into that room and seeing stuff like that. But it is what it is. Bubba said Williams showed himself to be a solid rotation guy. Hasn't shown himself to be an SEC starter.
That's why I said he has to take that next step. He has to understand that he's the junior now. He's the older head. He's the veteran in that locker room, and this is his time because he's the only leadership at that point that we got from the sense of he's been there the longest.
But here's the thing, though. The leadership for the defense doesn't have to come from the linebacker core. Like, I understand what you're saying. I understand that you're saying that the lead. Go ahead.
It doesn't, and I agree with you on that. But traditionally, where does it come from?
It traditionally comes from the guy who understands the defense the best, and it's not always the linebacker, Marcus. We know that. That's what I'm just saying. But if you want it to be that way, that's understandable.
Most time, the middle linebacker calling the play, so he has to know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's fine. I've seen a bunch of safeties who understand the defense better than some linebackers that have called some plays.
I don't disagree with that. I done played with a lot of Pauls that I played with a lot of safeties Pauls that understand it better. But yes, it's just what happens on the field is the middle linebacker has to control the pieces. That's just what the game is accustomed to.
Okay, all right. I understand where you're coming from with it, but I disagree with that to a point. I see what you're saying. But I disagree with it to a point. All right. So you think Auburn should move one guy over to the linebacker room and then go out and get another guy?
Yeah.
All right. So out of those 3 guys that were mentioned,
maybe move 2 pieces over, but I think you got to go get a veteran piece in the portal. It's. I just don't want to see multiple veteran pieces because then I feel like it's keeping the young pieces that I really want to see from touching the field. And I said that earlier. But I think you gotta go get a piece that played a lot of snaps that
Okay.
can come in and control, can break down that, the blocking and the schemes
Mm-hmm.
coming from the offensive side of the ball.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Mark, you got a water boy award for these people or not?
Nah, not this week. Not this week.
Whoa.
This
Not
week.
this week. You ain't got nothing for them this week?
Not this week, man. Not this week. Open up the lines, man. Let's take some calls, man.
Man, we'll throw it in the chat. We'll throw it in the chat, but it's getting a little late here. We'll throw it in the chat if anybody want to come in with us. This is not how we're gonna be doing call-ins in the future. Trust me, we'll have a phone number attached to it. But if you want to come in and chat with us for a little bit, come on in, hit the link right there. This is the link if you want to come in, chat with us for a little while, couple of minutes. We'll get a chat going and then we'll make it happen, man. But while we wait on that, here's the thing, man. I'm asking you. I know you said Auburn's probably a top what? We said top 15, right?
What, total defense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Do you think Auburn can clip the top 10?
I think we easily clip top 5. I think our goal should be top 5, depending on
What?
how. Yeah, our goal should be top 5 defense this year.
No, I'm saying this. Do you think they can do that though? Do you think Auburn can get the top 10?
Top 10, yes.
Okay.
Easily. I just think like it depends on, first of all, what we just said about the linebacker leadership, veteran leadership at that linebacker position. How do guys step up, fill gaps, like you said earlier, cover running backs, and that leadership on that defense. And it's gonna depend on a lot on how our transfer players come in and play immediately. They have to come in and they have to show promise from the giddy up, especially on that defensive side of the ball, for us to be effective. Because I think, like you said, Melendez is gonna have to play a lot as a freshman, just because I worry about our linebacker depth, and like you said, he's a physical specimen. I think I'm outside linebacker. My biggest fear is interior defensive line, and that's because I'm nervous about the interior. The reasons why is because I think that the guys outside of Blockton, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Crawford, he coming from high school. I hope it transfer over. But a lot of guys who we got in the interior, I don't think it's very proven to me, because we struggled last year in the interior.
Okay. All right. I mean, I think Travis is gonna be pretty good on the interior. I think Blockton is gonna be good.
I think, like I said, Blackman's solidified.
I think you went out and got Dallas Walker, who was in that Texas A&M class in 2020. Then he ended up going to, I think it was Western Kentucky, and ended up with like 46 tackles last year, interception and a forced fumble. I'm telling you, man, I don't know. I think the inside is solidified. I think adding Jordan Crawford, I think Jordan Crawford is just more talented than a lot of those guys, and I think he's gonna just take snaps away from guys because he's just that good. But man, like, you worried about the interior defensive line?
Yep. Speaking on defense.
Okay. All right, man. I feel you, man.
My top concern is linebacker. Let's get it correct. My top concern is linebacker, but second will fall to my interior defense.
Okay, so Robert said 4 losing seasons and jump into top 10. Auburn was top 25 last year in defense. They definitely were top 25. They was the top 25 defense last year. I'd have our defense top 25, concerned about the run defense, playing so many young guys. I expect gap discipline issues, but I think we improve pass rushing unit, and I think we cause more turnovers. Agree. Like I said, man, I think Auburn definitely could be a top 15 defense in the country, because we was top 25. What were we? What were we last year? Auburn's defense was, I got it written down right here, bro. You got to get to it. Auburn's defense
You got to
was,
take into account that our defense was on the field a lot last year. With our offense getting better, our defense should not be on the field as much, limiting the breakdowns that we've seen, because Durkin was calling great defense.
yes, he was.
Let's act like our defense wasn't on the field and kept us in a lot of games because our offense was stagnant. So you also have to take that into account when you're talking about defense next year.
Mm-hmm. Auburn was top 25 defense last year, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were there. I don't care. Just give me 9-10 wins. Interesting. All right. Shout out to King of the Comments, Travell. You talking top 10 SEC? No, I'm talking top. I'm just saying, can they break top 10? But I'm talking nationally. Can Auburn be that nationally? I think Auburn could be definitely a top 15 defense nationally. It depends on the offense doing their part. A lot of 3-and-outs isn't healthy for the defense. Agree.
Thank you, Mark.
Bubba said he agreed with you on the interior D line. Youth is a concern there. I'm not that concerned about the interior. I'm really not. I think I'm not that concerned. Not. I think you got a lot of guys that are young, of course, but like I said, I'm always okay with young guys on the defensive side going 100 miles an hour. I'm okay with that. That's me though. Progression is not always linear. Very true. It's not always linear. If that's the case, we need, I'm gonna say this. If everybody believe that progression is not always linear, then Coach Hugh Freeze should get more grace than what we're giving him. Technically, he should be getting more grace than what we're giving him. Because if progression is not always linear, then I'm just saying, this season should be a whole lot better than the previous 2 seasons. But I understand. I agree with that statement, though.
Robert Smith, that's a great point. That's a great point. That's a very great point.
Yeah, I see where he coming from. That losing the production from those 3 great senior linebackers, I understand that. But I think you make up for it on the defensive line with what you have coming back at the edge, what's coming in on the interior, and what you have coming back in the secondary. So
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that.
He said, "Don't say those words, Big L." Oh man, that's funny, man. That is hilarious. Young guys going 1,000 miles an hour can cause mistakes, which causes explosive plays, which hurts your rankings. That's concerned. Yeah, they can, but sometimes those guys going 1,000 miles an hour will run up and blow up a play as well too. So I understand where it's the Jekyll Hyde part. It can be good and it can be bad. So I understand what it is, but you know. Yeah, I get where you coming from with that, man. Man, we have ran over our time, man. Ladies and gentlemen, hold up. We got one more. Interior defensive line will make mistakes next year, but they will also make big plays, which can help us win games, but it won't look good on the stat sheet. Shout out to
I said that, bro.
You said it about one person. That's what you said. You said it about one.
That's the whole. All right, yes, sir.
About one person.
The whole defensive line, sir.
You said it about one person that's coming in on the defensive line.
Saying that's the whole defensive line that's gonna have to take on blocks.
Okay,
you're gonna have to make plays, baby. That's
all right, Marcus, man. What you gotta say to people before we get up out of here, boss?
Hey, man, y'all be safe, be blessed, take care. Hey, it's gonna be cold. Stay warm.
Yes. It is look cool, man. As always, man, before we get up out of here, man, make sure you follow us on Facebook at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Don't know how much longer we have left on TikTok, but follow us there at Water Cooler Talk, at the Water Cooler Talk on TikTok. Of course, we're trying to get our engagement up on Twitter, trying to get our followers up on Twitter and X. Follow us at Coolest Pod 23 there. And of course, subscribe, like, and share, and hit the notification bell here on YouTube. So you know when we post more videos and we go live. We'll be back tomorrow. I think Marcus won't be back until what, next week?
Yeah, I gotta travel.
Yeah, Marcus got to travel, man. So everybody pray for Marcus as he travels on these highways and byways. As always, man. This is
Whoa.
Wow. Marcus.
Whoa, bro.
Is this something you want to tell us,
Hey,
Marcus?
Hold up, bro. That man really trying to start something now. That man really trying to start something now. When have we ever had that conversation, bro? Don't even put those allegations up. Call in and speak to me face to face when you lie on my name like that.
Ooh, interesting. All right, ladies and gentlemen, man, I'll be back tomorrow. He said he told me on the phone. What up? Hey, we'll be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, man. We'll be back tomorrow. Here we'll be talking some more Auburn football and some more Auburn sports, man. So make sure you make sure you know we are here every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. On Wednesdays, we are here 7:30 p.m. Central, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Man. So we'll see y'all tomorrow, man. We hope that you all come back around the water cooler with us and kick it with us, man. Let's talk some more Auburn football, man. But until then, man, we appreciate y'all as always, man. It is never not appreciated when you all come around because you all chose to hit the subscribe button. Y'all chose to come chill with us around the water cooler. We're still trying to grow, and we're still trying to grow, and we're still trying to grow. So please share the content, share the channel with your friends, share the channel with all your Auburn friends, share the channel with everyone. Let them know that over here at the Water Cooler Talk, we are the people's Auburn channel. That's what we are. Man, and we appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us. Go ahead.
Hey, chill out, B Sharp. That what got you told off last time. How you got proof if we was on the phone? A lot don't care who tell it. That's all I'm gonna tell you. A lot don't care.
Man. Let's get up out of here, man. We have overstayed our welcome, man, and we appreciate y'all so much. As always, man, you all have a good one. Better yet, y'all have a great one, man. Y'all be blessed. Make sure you give the man upstairs his love, his grace. Thank him for his grace. Thank him for his protection. Thank you for everything. Thank you for every breath that you take, man. And as always, one love. We'll be back tomorrow. See you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, man. We out this thing.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Water Cooler Talks with your hosts, Nick Frazier and Marcus Fitzpatrick. Make sure you like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so that you never miss an episode.